Hello. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time. I appreciate it. Today, I'm really looking forward to having a conversation around how home buyers are using AI and what it means for real estate and mortgage professionals. And this came about earlier last week. I think Tierre Banks from Veterans United Home Loans wrote an article on a survey they did. Now, understandably, the survey response, the respondents was small. It's only a survey of 900 people. So it's not a ton of data. And my guess is Veterans United Home Loans is not necessarily are experts at doing surveys. And so I want to put a lot of scientific, belief into the results. It is interesting and enlightening, and it is food for thought. So let's share some of the things that Veterans United found out, and then let's kind of talk about the impact it may have on real estate and mortgage professionals. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. Here we go. Here's a picture of the article. You can see right here some key things. Let's just go down the chart, get down to it. This is how people use AI, how home buyers use AI. So 38% of them used AI for their virtual home tours, like through a Zillow AI. 37% did search for homes, 32% to estimate monthly payments, 32% to check property values, 31% as mortgage calculator, 31% for home buying tips, 28% to shop for a mortgage, 27% to help visualize renovations, and 22% to get reviews or to compare lender ratings. So interesting, right? That's super interesting. Now, so our clients are using AI, and they're trying to get, how much is the house worth? How much should I offer on it? Can I see the house? Can I imagine it? Can you now give me a picture with the house, as a French villa or with a certain type of furniture? And so they're really using it. About a third are using it, and that's really good. Now, there's another movement afoot, especially in real estate companies and mortgage companies, are creating these, AI bots or AI assistants. And these AI assistants can essentially do most of the functions that a real estate agent or a loan officer can do. They can write contracts, or they can complete applications. It's completely automated. They're replacing many of the basic services that traditionally loan officers and real estate agents do. And now, now that home buyers have direct access to these things and companies are providing these things, it makes for a really interesting dynamic. And so there's two things, I think, two really interesting, food for thought pieces that we could take away from this. The first one is, if AI and technology starts to replace my basic functions, what is my role in real estate? What's my role in mortgage? And the answer is, we simply have to keep adding more value on top of just perfunctory services. We've talked about it a million times, and you've heard it plenty of times, how your advice matters and all the people things that you can do inside of the transaction, and being human and being in relationship, and how you deal with people's emotions, the experience, the journeys you provide for them are all valuable. But we need to keep making those better and better as our basic services are being replaced by technology and AI. But I want to actually bring up another thought for you, though, because one of the things that AI is doing, and we may or may not be aware of it, it's quickly replacing search engines. So, the idea with, say, Perplexity is that Perplexity might become the most popular search engine in the world, more popular than Google. And as a matter of fact, Google was one of the original, creators of the AI engine with Gemini, and they kind of they sequestered it because it functionally replaces their search engine, which is how they make all their revenue. And so they kind of squashed it, very much like Kodiak squashed digital cameras. Now, recently, with the more AI models like Perplexity that are producing searches now, Google's worried about being left behind. And so they are now pushing Gemini to the front as an AI search companion. Now, here's the thing. Why do I bring that up? Why are we talking about that? Well, because most real estate agents and loan officers are used to trying to create SEO, the search engine optimization, so that when somebody does a Google search, they come up first or second. They do Google pages, Google business pages, and it's all around about how Google is going to rate them. But in fact, in the future, it doesn't matter what your SEO is. What we know to be true is no longer true. What matters is, how is ChatGPT going to pick me? How is Perplexity or Gemini, whatever model you use, how does it pick me versus my competitor? That's what we're going to have to learn. And that's a totally different game. I'll share with you just a second. I did in prepping for this today, I did a quick search with ChatGPT. And by the way, I would not use ChatGPT as my search engine for this typically. But I used ChatGPT, and I did a quick search. I highlighted in yellow. Chat, I'm in Carlsbad, California today. Can you give me a list of the best real estate agents and loan officers in the area? And so here's the list it gave me right here. It said, okay, yep, Sari Rao, who's an excellent agent. Interesting, Siri, you know what she is? She's mainly a Zillow real estate agent. And so she has a lot of, online presence. But here's a list of list they gave me right here. And then they gave me a list of mortgage professionals. And so I then said, hey, how'd you come up with these referrals? What were your criteria? And so then Chat told me, here's a criteria I used. And it says local expertise, experience, sale, volume in sales, customer reviews, reputation, brand recognition, all sorts of stuff like that, right? And if you were to continue looking through my conversation with ChatGPT, I then asked it, well, if you were advising real estate or mortgage professionals on how to get you to refer them, what would you tell us? And it gave me a very lengthy response. But the difference is, Chat, Perplexity, Gemini, they're looking at all your social media. They're looking at all public records. They're looking at volume. They're looking at every single type of testimonial and customer survey. I actually saw some responses from the Better Business Bureau in here. They're checking everything. And then as they get to know you, they recommend the agent that they think is best for you. And one of our challenges in the future is to figure out how to get ChatGPT to recommend us. So home buyers are using AI. They're using it in all sorts of ways, in searches and education, all the way down to how much price negotiation, picking what agent they work with, picking what loan officer, what rate should they pay, how do they qualify for a loan, are they qualified for a loan, all these things. And then companies are using generative AI to create, chat bots and AI assistants that are performing basic services that real estate and loan officers used to do. And then on top of that, now the whole way in which, consumer might find us online is completely changing. So it's a changing world. My recommendation is all we can do is stay in front of it, stay superhuman. The superhuman wins. Provide advice, sage advice, reassurance, a good customer experience. I did a lengthy post on Tierre's article today in LinkedIn. So check out my LinkedIn post. I'll put a link to Tierre's article in the notes below. I hope you found this interesting. It's a changing world, but we can all win in it. Thanks for spending some time with me. I look forward to talking again soon. Bye.